Hey guys, it's Stephanie here. I found a beautiful yard in my area and I want to highlight it. I've been wanting to highlight other people's beautiful yards that are more established. So I have Corey here. He has been really nice to offer to walk around. He's an expert, it sounds like. I've just barely met him. He knows his stuff. And so he's going to show you all the plants, what he has going on here. It's a beautiful yard. It has a very naturalized look to it. Here's Corey. Let's start out with this lamb's ear, huh?
Right on. Well, this is underneath my weeping birch tree, which is my this is my wintertime sun, summertime shade garden. Right. So it's in the July heat of the summer, this stays in the shade, and then in the wintertime it gets full sun, which keeps things warm and happy. You can see the little blooms are just starting to form here.
How cool.
They're going to pop right off the tops of those.
And so they've just kind of spread a little bit. He's not super fast, right? Just kind of spread slowly.
Yeah.
So this provides such a nice foliage and silver color.
And soft to the touch. Makes a nice little cut addition to vases and things.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I've got some goldenrod over here. Because this one's totally in the shade, it will only get about 4 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
The ones in the sun will get like 5 or 6 feet
See,
tall.
those are such great tips.
Garlic and onions, herbs and spices. Things are all mixed everywhere, and I really like a kind of a wild look.
Yeah.
And so I kind of stick things in the middle of all over the place. So
Nice.
we're just getting into some of the poppy section. These are white and red poppies.
Oh, look how beautiful
You
these
can
are.
see, let me tip these over so you can see the insides.
Wow,
These
look
are
at those. How much sun do you think these poppies get?
They're in the shade most of the time, actually.
Oh, mostly shade? Okay.
This is mostly shade. The
Wow.
ones in the front get more sun, yeah.
Do you notice a difference between the ones in the shade and the ones in the sun over here?
The ones in the sun grow bigger.
Okay.
They get fuller and bigger, yeah.
Cool.
They bloom these ones in the shade bloomed first, though.
Okay, let's take a look at a little close-up of these orange
The red
ones. Or orange reds. These are oriental poppies? Are they?
I think so, yeah.
And all these ones
they're
haven't...
the ones that you probably shouldn't have.
And these ones haven't come out yet, right?
And that's white mixed
Okay.
with red. They're all kind of
look at
plunked
all of
together.
these.
This is the non-invasive yarrow. So this one blooms kind of pink,
Ooh,
but some
how pretty.
yarrows are really invasive and they'll spread really quickly. And so this is the one that kind of stays in a clump. One of these Japanese irises of some kind want more water. So I've got them right off the sidewalk here and right at the bottom of a hill. So they definitely catch more water than most of the others. Yeah, they smell nice.
Do they? Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta smell them.
They're subtle, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they do smell good.
Yeah. More garlics. I have a lot of garlics, and these are really fun because they get like an allium bulb on them that's white.
Yeah.
And then you can get some Design Master, which is floral spray paint, and then you can have you could paint them brightly colored, and then they continue to bloom. Daylilies. I've got 35 varieties.
Oh, so you got a huge bunch of daylilies right here.
This gets about this tall.
Holy
with
cow.
It'll have like hundreds of bright lilies.
How cool.
Yeah, and then I have another patch there.
Oh yeah. So it's
So
got
when
them
they go
in
off,
huge
they're
masses right here.
They're beautiful.
I'm really excited for you to highlight this plant. I thought this was catmint at first, but
This is culinary sage.
Culinary
Just regular
sage.
old culinary sage, and right now it's blooming, which means
wow.
it's super fragrant,
Take a
super
look
pretty.
at those leaves there.
And we get those black bumblebees that come and hang out with it all the time too. So this is one we'll come out and we undercut this one and cook with it. In wintertime, I trim down the crunchy blossoms.
Okay.
So like next January or something, what you see here will all be crunchy, and I'll trim it back down to a small ball, and then it will do it again. The sage will tell you how it wants to be cut if you look
Okay.
at it.
Yeah, he says, let this plant speak to you.
Heliobores.
Okay, one of my favorites.
3 or
look
4 varieties of these.
look
So
how
this
cute.
is the whitish green one. This garden is right by the sidewalk where I am all the time.
Yeah.
So these are my babies. When the permaculture mindset is right by the path, they get the most of your attention because that's where you are all the time. So they started at Christmas, and now they're looking kind of tired.
Oh,
these
started at Christmas?
Yeah, see, because now they're
Wow.
they're turning to seeds. Look at a little aphids
Yeah.
in that one, but yeah, see, there's the seeds.
Oh, okay.
So now these also will reseed and spread very easily and become
Okay.
a common ground cover, or if you want to gift them to friends. But they come in kind of this whitish color. I have them in purple and this kind of a reddish
That's another
plum
one.
color. Yeah, they're kind of cool.
They're beautiful. This is a
Kind of
euphorbia.
acidic-y, yellowy green when it
Oh,
blooms.
how beautiful. And then that probably looks stunning with
And there's
this.
some more different lamiums.
So he has 5 to 6 different varieties of lamium. I kind of wanted to show you how they spread and look so nice in the setting.
They're great fill between your perennials.
Yeah, great filler.
Fillers between things, and then your perennials will pop above them and shine, shine, shine. In the summertime, the lamiums are ground cover, which keeps the water in the ground in the desert.
And then some more heliobore. So I love this lamium. I've never seen this one before.
This one's the tallest one I have, and
look at it. It's just spread throughout here.
Literally lemon yellow flowers. The whole thing was blooming yellow. You just missed that.
But look at the leaves on this one.
Yeah, they're all kinds of variegated and silver leaf. And
so this one's a little bit taller, so I'll try to figure out what
this
particular variety is and post that down below.
Wait, everybody wants any starts of that. Come on over.
Okay, I just love all these ground covers mixed in with each other. So right here, I actually just planted this one, but you can go ahead and...
I can't remember what it's called though.
I think this is the Biakova geranium.
I think you're right. Yes.
So I was kind of excited because I planted it and I didn't know quite what it was going to look like until it was established, but now I have an idea here. And then here's some more of that.
That's the goldenrod.
Goldenrod. So when does this one bloom?
Late summer.
So it's one of those that provides the late season bloom and color.
Yeah, like autumn.
How cool.
Autumn.
And I think it looks so gorgeous without the blooms.
I do too. And like I said, it'll get this tall.
About 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then he said right here, you said this
dragon's blood.
Dragon's blood, so it produces
and
that.
In the wintertime, it is wine color. It's sangria colored in the winter.
Oh, sangria in the winter. How cool. So it's just
evergreen.
So it never loses its leaves.
And
then it turns back green.
It's a little red still here on the edges.
Oh, cool.
You know, but it was the whole thing. In the wintertime, it's really when it snows, then it's like white and red in the garden, which is nice.
Okay, so right here is some coral bells. Look at how bright those flowers are in this shady area.
Those are 15 years old.
And then what kind of aliens are these?
These are the giant aliens.
Really opening.
They're just starting.
Look at those. How cute.
Yeah, they'll be a full, perfectly round ball when they're done opening, and they're huge.
Huge. Okay, I wish I was here right when they were in their full glory.
So strawberries, I always grow strawberries on lots of wood chips. See here, you can see here, I really made a nice deep pile of wood chips all underneath the strawberries.
So do you put that every year?
Well, when we need to. Like every other year, I probably get like a dump truck or two and then just throw them everywhere.
Well, it looks like it's working because
and so
look at all these strawberries. What happens is that
when your strawberries, if you don't have them hanging up or somewhere else, when the strawberries, the berries themselves, the fruit, they can lay on the wood chips and they don't go rotten.
Oh, okay.
If they touch the soil, the dirt, they kind of go funky. They get worms quick.
Oh, interesting.
If they touch the dirt, they go bad quickly. But I'm about to have a huge crop.
I know. Look at this crop. That's like one of the first things I noticed when I was walking by was the strawberry patch, and it's just cool because you're mixing in your fruit with your perennials and herbs.
So they've wintered once and they're really happy.
Wintered once, that's it?
Yeah.
Wow, they're really taking off. And how much sunlight does this get?
Over here, in the first thing in the morning, I get sun.
North facing.
Right here, first thing in the morning, and then we get shade in the afternoon, and then at sunset, it comes in again.
So you were just utilizing so many flowers in what I would call a smaller landscape.
It's a pretty small yard.
Yeah, and this is what makes it so fun.
Urban downtown yard, and the hanging baskets, I just love them so much. Because right here they get sun and some shade. They get really taken care of because we sit on the porch all the time, like a permaculture garden. Like, you put your babies where you are. It's like there's all kinds of herbs, teas.
Look at this. What variety is this?
There's sweet, I don't know. We've been calling them the Jackson Pollocks, right?
So how often do you water these when it gets hot?
Every day. We just come out and just a little bit, and it's great because you water the top one and then they just water down.
So you pretty much only have to water one, and then the water just starts dropping down there.
These sedums are perennials they just live here in the wintertime. They come right back. The snapdragons also make it through the winter. These come back.
Over.
Yeah, they come back. Yeah, I've got cherry tomatoes hidden in the baskets
He's
coming
his
down.
tomatoes in with his flowers. So then you get to eat and enjoy flowers.
Right, and I forget
That's the best of both worlds.
So the hummingbirds just fly to this. I forget what this is called.
So when you're out sitting on you
just sit right here.
On your little bench right here, you just get to enjoy those hummingbirds.
My hot air balloons are fun.
That's
right,
so cool.
And so I've got sweet peas planted.
Look how beautiful this combination is. Sweet peas. But look at these combinations together, that orange and that purple. Wow.
Yeah.
And then I love Creeping Jenny right here. So where's your sweet peas?
Well, there's a sprout right there. See?
Oh, he started a little sweet pea right there.
So at all the chains, I've put sprouts of sweet peas to come up. So later in the year, we'll have
that is so cool.
Pretty stuff up here.
Okay, you got to tell me what dahlia this is.
Oh, it's the pink one.
That is a beautiful dahlia. So do you find they do well?
Grocery store.
Oh, look at that.
The grocery store, yeah.
That's a gorgeous dahlia. And then,
this delphinium. Yeah, this is last year. This one overwintered here.
How cool. I like how creative you are. There's no rules. I know, that's how I feel.
Yeah, totally.
But look how cute that delphinium is.
Isn't she sweet? Yeah, I love her. I was so glad this spring when she came back.
I've never thought about getting 3 and then the top one will just water these and then this will just water this.
Down.
Look how beautiful this looks. Yeah. Okay.
And this is she's kind of looking a little shaggy right now, but this is bromeliad. It is about 10 years old. Oh. And this one gets these amazing, like, blue with pink dangly lantern blossoms. And usually it'll just be covered in them.
And it doesn't need any sun, right?
It's happy right here in the shade.
Does it get any sun right here?
We move it around. Sometimes I put it, when we water it, we'll set it out there.
You're going to have blooms all summer long.
My culinary rosemary.
And then you've got some mop head hydrangeas.
Kind of pulled it up off the street a little bit and kind of been shaping the way it grows because it's right by the sidewalk. Yeah, but you know, rosemaries are finicky. This is like my 20th try.
Really?
Of trying to get a rosemary to grow and make it through the winter, and this one decided to live here, so you got to go with it. This is my clematis, and this plant's probably 17 years old.
What variety is this? I've never seen anything like this before.
But this one doubles. This one's really fun because it blooms all year round. This one comes inside in the winter. It blooms white first, and then this carnation pops out the middle, so they're doubles.
I've never seen a clematis like this.
This has been one of my favorites.
Look, a huge bumblebee just came by me. I wish I'd got that. Yeah. And is this?
Begonia. Right. This one's just deciding to go.
Look at how big your
hot pink when it
So goes. You brought this indoors also, I'm assuming, because this is way bigger than it should be at this time of the year.
The ones on the porch in the pots here come indoors. This is one of the few plants that's actually lived here longer than I have.
And how long has it lived here?
I've been here 17 years.
Wow, look how beautiful this rose is.
It just turned off. Well, the rose, I've been keeping only 3 of the main stalks growing out of the ground.
Oh, I see that right there.
You know, and as a rose wants to, it's going to always like pump out even more.
Yeah.
And so you can see, if you look down there, you can see I've always cut them off. Oh. And I only let 3 main ones stay. And then as it comes up and around, it kind of goes into a loop.
How cool.
Right, and so I just kept kind of braiding it back into itself over these last 15, 20 years.
Oh, that's why it's so cool.
And I bonsai the crap out of it because I don't want it to be, it would take over, it would go nuts if I let it grow too big.
Yeah, and it's pretty full right here. I can tell it gets some shade, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
And with roses in Utah, they get aphids, and so, I spray it with, insecticidal soap. Welcome to the backyard at the Painted Lady as we come back. This garden is all brand new last year. I hand dug them all out. 50 wheelbarrows of clay left, and I brought in a whole dump truck of new compost.
Wow.
And then it's all been planted with edibles, and like you're looking at ornamental kale right here, and there's probably 20 of them as we go down here.
Wow.
All of this grassy stuff down here is saffron crocus. I'm going to come out here with my tweezers and collect the saffron and make paella. These are the Scotch mosses.
I love Scotch moss. I'm putting them along my river.
And they do really well right on the rock border.
Cute little white flowers.
Last year they were about the size of a quarter. By the end of this year, I'll have one great big green line of it. And then primroses, months ago, they were going crazy.
Look at that one.
They were blooming like mad. They're a little tired now, but they're still blooming. They still got flowers all over.
Yeah, they've been blooming for a long time then.
Yeah.
Probably 2 months at least, right?
Oh, yeah, at least.
At least 2 months. I know, I love chives.
And we've never seen the chives be this big ever. All of these chives are at least 10 years old.
Wow, and I love chive because they're deer resistant. I get a lot of deer, so they're a good alternative if you have deer to tulips.
Well, man, you should eat them. Like come out and just grab the bottom, cut it off, clean them up, and eat the whole whack.
Look at this tulip.
There's
his hand, so it gives you an idea of how big this is. So this is a parrot type
That's
tulip.
probably 5 inches across. My new peony tree is blooming.
3.
Yeah, and you'll notice that this one's different than a regular peony because it's got a wooden stalk. So this one shouldn't get any bigger than about as tall as me, I hope.
This camera is not doing it justice, but this is massive.
And this one's a mutant. This one has another one that's coming off the top. When a magic thing happens, then I propagate them as weird
So you go ahead and propagate this one.
I will let that, yes, I will keep track of that one. That's the lower patio.
Lower patio. So did you do all this?
I put in all of it. This backyard was a asphalt parking lot underneath 20 tons of river gravel when I started. It took me 3 years to excavate.
That is a lot of work.
Down to the asphalt. And then the asphalt, I knew it would just bust itself up in the summer July sun, and it did, and then an oil spill came up from underneath it. I brought in 25 dump trucks out of here to clean up a toxic mess.
Wow.
And while we were doing that, we either had to build a wall, put in a swimming pool, or fill it back up again. A friend of mine got a really good deal on these rocks, and that's what came. This is all echinacea, probably 6 different colors of echinacea.
And then this blooms late summer?
Yeah, middle of the summer into the fall.
Oh, so that's nice. So once your irises are done blooming, you get your echinacea.
Yeah, so this is my Peninsula garden, so I can walk all the way around it. So it's right off the kitchen.
Okay, so there's his door.
And yummy things. There's 4 or 5 kale plants over there and onions.
And then a lot of chives. Let's check out all those bees. The bees love them.
I put in some tall blooming pink amaranth. That's what all this is right here. I can see this from the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And so right now this is gonna get, like 8 varieties of lilies. So, wherever I've got lanterns or these, ornamental things sticking up, I like to grow cucumbers on them. So I've got seeds planted now, and I just kind of groom them along. Like these strings were here from last year.
We'll have like cucumbers just hanging off from right here. There's another clematis.
This one's just waking up from the winter. When you plant a clematis, you want it to have shady roots, but sunny vines.
Look at this beautiful iris.
And they smell good.
That is a tall, I would say that's about 4 feet tall or 5 feet tall.
This is my grape, and I just braided it back into itself. I'm gonna really groom it differently than I ever have before. I've been reading about some stuff. So like I've been the dominant center one, like on this one right here is the center one. So I'll get it and not let it make a long runner. Now it'll bush. So this is the best $10 in sprinkler parts ever. I have a tin roof on the back of my house, and I ran a line from my sprinkler up on top with a rainbird. And then I messed it up a little bit with a screwdriver so it sputter a little. And so now I've got it in the summer, and then when it's really super hot out here, it comes on and you can hear the rain on a tin roof, which is just calming and soothing. And then it starts to drip like you can see now. So the illusion of a rain in the desert whenever I want it is amazing. And of course the whole backyard is a microclimate with a watering system. So the backyard's always 20 degrees cooler than the front yard.
That is the end of Corey's tour. I know it ended a little bit abruptly, but thanks Corey for showing that there's no limitations in the garden and totally thinking outside of the box. That rain feature at the end was so cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this video by highlighting a few more beautiful plant combinations I found along the way. They were all near Corey. Beautiful landscapes. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button. If you like the idea of more tours, comment down below, hit the notification bell because I'm planning on doing them either weekly or bi-weekly. I haven't quite decided yet. Anyways, have a great day gardening, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.